Boom, how's it going, guys? Token Vaping. So thank you for watching, and today's juice review is actually a new flavor on a new line from an established company that I've already done a review on one of their other lines, and that company is Barn Brew. If you've checked out my other videos from them, I did a review on their line of Voodoo Vapes. Wow, sorry about that. It's a bit early for me. Had a rough night, long night, doesn't matter, but I did the Voodoo Vapes line from them, and they were gracious enough to reach out to me and let me do a review on this new line that they're doing. And I'm a big fan of the artwork that they went with for the box. I'm a big fan of some of the flavor combinations just because they're interesting sounding, because they sound unique. But the new line is called Nefarious, and it's a 4-flavor line, and I will be doing videos for all 4 flavors. They're based on basically the tall tales, the legends of things that you hear that go bump in the night. There's Harpy, Chupacabra, Baba Yaga, and Jersey Devil. Cool ideas to go with, but they each come in their own specific bottles, and this is the one for Harpy, which is the flavor that I'll be doing today. And as you can see, it's basically a Harpy, but the artwork on this is pretty much original, so that's really cool. It's got the name of the flavor, the Nefarious logo wrapped across here, the flavor profile, which I'll get to here in a second, on this side as well, and then a quick little ingredient warning label as standard, born on date, and then nicotine level. This is a 0, 3, and a 6, so obviously I got mine in the 3. And that's the box itself. Now, quick disclaimer, I have to start saying this in my videos because there is a huge back and forth going on about labeling. Regardless of what people feel about the labeling that companies use, as a reviewer, it is my purpose to review the flavor of the vape and give my opinion about how it vapes, the taste of it, the clouds, things like that. I'm not a critic. It's not my place to judge who uses what label. So, regardless of whether I agree or don't agree with the statements that are being said, my purpose here is not to do a debate about how something looks, whether or not the label is appropriate or not. That is not my place. As a reviewer, my purpose is just to review what is in the bottle. So I just need to make that clear. And that is Harpy from Nefarious, which is a new line from Barn Brew Co. And you can check out their website at barnbrewco.com. It will have their original line. It will have their Voodoo Vapes line. It will now have the Nefarious line. These come in 60 and 120 ml unicorn bottles, which makes real convenient to carry, at least the 60 ml. The 120 comes in a glass bottle, I believe. It's just easier that way. But the label on the bottle, I mainly like the way this is done. So I will be keeping an eye out, Barn Brew. If this comes out on a hat, a beanie, or a shirt, you know who to contact. That's cool. And then it has the flavor profile here, the warning and ingredient. These are still all 70/30s according to their site, which means it'll be a really good even mix for clouds and flavor. And if it's going to be anything like the Voodoo Vapes line, then it's already got a definite plus going for it before I even try any of them. Now, the one thing that I think is cool about these flavors is that they're all unique in the sense that they're not common combinations that I have seen across the board. I've seen variations of them, I've seen styles of them, but nothing specific the way that they did. So they definitely put their work into it. And like I said, if you've seen my other reviews for them, they do a lot of testing and research on their flavors before they put them out. They do at least a month, or if not more, of actual vape testing on it before they even consider putting it into the line and saying this is what we're coming out with. So it definitely shows their dedication and their passion to their trade and what they're trying to put out there for people to vape. They're vapors just like you and I, and they want to stick to that because they believe that's the foundation that you should stick with. So as you can see, this is a first vape, first review, so there is a security ring on here, and these are pretty stiff. So I can do this all day, and this will never come off. So as soon as we pop this open, we're going to pop that onto my fresh wick, which you can see right here. And I have to do a quick shout out to USV, the United Society of Vapes. Thank you very much for this handy little box. I will be doing a review on this at a later date, but you will be seeing more of this in my videos. This is going to basically become my sidekick for my reviews. but it is a fresh wick. And as always, my cotton of choice is Texas Tough Cotton. Works really well for me, and I just like the fact that it has little to no break-in time whatsoever. You basically just go straight flavor with it, so I really like that, especially on flavors that, you know, are supposed to be a good mix. So we're gonna pop this open. Right there was the crack. Twist off, and it comes in a really convenient little nozzle tip, and they work really well. I haven't found anything that it doesn't make convenient on, whether it's a dripper, a tank. Even on some of the older style tanks, their fill port holes are big enough to accommodate this style of a nozzle tip. So the flavor profile for Harpy is a dragon fruit, peach, and a strawberry. So this really should be a very crisp, lighter, refreshing vape. It shouldn't be one that is going to be considered like a heavy vape or bogged down on you. If you're the type of person who likes the lighter style or the more crisp flavors, especially on warm days, things like that, this should definitely be something that will be, you know, more up your alley than say like a dessert flavor. So we're definitely going to get this juiced up. Now the curiosity to this flavor with the dragon fruit, the peach, and the strawberry is to see which, if either any of them become, you know, the center star for the flavor, since they all have pretty much a very dominant presence when they're mixed in with something else. Like a lot of times you have something that has peach in it. The peach generally pops more than what else is in there. Same thing with strawberries, depending on how strong of the flavoring they use. Dragon fruit tends to have, because of the uniqueness of the flavor, it tends to stick out a lot better in some flavors than others. So it'll be interesting to see with the three matched up together which one pops more, if any of them. So as always, I'm vaping at 75 watts. And this is Harpy from the new Nefarious line from Barn Brew Company, Barn Brew Co. Okay, so as always, I'm going to go ahead and do a quick little re-drip, and that's just to ensure that I'm not missing out anything on the flavor, since it was a first vape off of it, and that I don't end up misinforming you of anything about what's in the flavor itself. But as you can see, the clouds are pretty solid. Like I said, for a 7030, this company has really made some nice cloud producing flavors. Okay, definitely a lighter flavor, and that's really, it works really well for this. Obviously, since all three flavors are not super heavy flavors in general, they are most definitely is a lighter, fruitier blended flavor. The thing that is actually impressive, in my opinion, is the fact that for all three flavors involved, not a single one of them really pops to the forefront and is I guess you can say the center stage star. The undertone of this, I definitely taste the dragon fruit. Throughout the vape, the peach and the strawberry seem to kind of play off of each other a bit, so that you literally do taste all three. Now, depending on your preference, because everybody has a different vape style, everybody has a different sensitivity to flavors, everybody vapes at different wattages, you may taste more of something than others, or somebody else may taste less of something that pops more for me. But that's what makes the vaping community so cool, is just the huge diversity to that. Now for me, at 75 watts, this basically vapes evenly with all three flavors. For me, I would not mess with this, even if I vape higher on a different device. I would not mess with that wattage just for what I have found to have an even amount of all three. This is definitely very light. It is definitely very crisp. On a hot day, this is most definitely something that I could see reaching for as your all-day vape. If you like fruity flavors, definitely go for something like this anyway, just because it has an actual more realistic fruit flavor than it does like a candy or an artificial flavoring. But that is definitely a very clean vape. No throat hit, even on a first vape. It's definitely very refreshing, and it's definitely very light. So definitely check this out. It's the Nefarious line from Barn Brew Co. Barnbrewco.com. Definitely check them out. They're on Instagram and Facebook as well. Just great people behind the scenes. So far, I mean, rock solid flavors just overall coming out of this company. So if you're looking for something that's definitely worth your money without spending a whole lot and knowing that you're definitely getting quality juice, definitely check out Barn Brew Co. As always, thank you guys so very much for the continued ability to review your flavor lines. It's a huge honor for me, myself. As always, I'm Token Vaping. I'm here on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Pinterest. Anything that I myself can do to help further enhance your vaping experience and make it more enjoyable for you, it's the only reason why I do this. So definitely reach out to me and let me know if there's anything specific that you'd like to see, a particular video, or any questions or comments, concerns that you might have. But until next time, no matter what, please always remember, truly love yourself. Vape on, vape strong. Have a good one, guys.